Hi guys, I normally say stop listening to politicians and instead listen to experts, but the BBC invited on an immigration lawyer called Harjap Bhangal, who has appeared on the likes of GB News and Talk TV. Now, he has been critical of the Rwanda policy in the past, but I'm not sure exactly what he thinks would work. He did propose one idea: to clamp down on the gangs. That was his suggestion when he appeared on the Nick Robinson show. If special forces can catch the world's most wanted, surely they can pick up a few criminals operating the crossings. Is he right?
How about let's just catch the gangs? If you want to stop the drug dealing, you catch the drug dealers. You don't lock up all the drug users. I said that before. Why don't we, if we can get bin Laden holed up in Pakistan, if we can go and get Gaddafi and Saddam holed up in their countries from their strongholds by sending in elite units, pick them up and literally put them on trial. Are you...
The two examples you gave were not put on trial. Anyway.
Trying to tell me that these gangs who have been operating for at least 30 years from the same French coast, we know where it is, they land at the same Kent coast, we know where that is, using the same routes, that they are 20 steps ahead of us, and we've just given up and saying, sorry, Gov, we can't catch these lot. We're going to have to try something else. We have got elite units, border force, we've got military, we're spending billions on defense systems. We're even arming other countries to find their wars and fight their wars.
You break one gang and another one sprouts up. That's right. The problem.
Well,
that's the way of it.
You give these gangs life. At the moment, people smugglers are getting at the tops. There was one caught last week. He got about 3 years inside. He'll be out in a year and a half. And he made millions out of it. Give them life. Break these gangs up and catch these gangs regularly. If you catch 300 gangs instead of sending 300 people to Rwanda,
all right,
what's the bigger deterrent?
Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness. You know how you resolve it? By creating safe routes. If you create safe routes, then you remove the business model. By putting people in prison, you don't remove the business model. So as was pointed out, you put 300 people in prison, then 300 more will see, oh, the business model still remains. Like, obviously, people don't seem to understand also that it's not just the people in Calais who are putting people onto dinghies. That's just part of the process. It starts in the home country in many cases, where people go to a town elder or someone in their family or someone in the community who has contacts in, for example, Britain or another country, and they facilitate it from the beginning. The money is not generally paid to the person who's facilitating the crossing of the channel at the end. Some of it is actually at the very beginning. People are getting into debt with people in their own countries to eventually arrive in the United Kingdom. So it's much more complicated than just pick up the people in Calais who are facilitating the crossing. That may do some damage to it, but it starts much earlier than that. And this idea, well, we just use our special forces. Do you know how many people are involved? And where it begins? It would be much more expensive. It's much cheaper to actually process the claims. France has said on a number of occasions, we're willing to process claims in France, in Calais, for Britain. And the British government has said, no, we don't want that. We would actually prefer to give huge amounts of money to Rwanda. We'd prefer to spend huge amounts of money trying to stop boats from crossing, instead of actually processing the claims. Because if you create safe routes, then there is no illegal business model. Why is this so difficult to understand? If you legalize it, you remove the business incentive. Now, I don't know why this lawyer doesn't seem to understand this. He seems to think what you need to do is use special forces or something. And just think about the cost. I don't know how much it costs. We may never know how much it costs to bring down bin Laden or to get rid of Gaddafi. I imagine billions upon billions. A war was involved. Is that what you want to do? Go to war with countries where asylum seekers are originally coming from? In many cases, the asylum seekers are leaving these countries because of wars. This is just insane. It doesn't make any sense. And once again, you remove some people from the system, the business model remains. You need to break the business model. And you break the business model by creating safe routes. Most reasonable people understand this. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.